You may be wondering, how should you budget for security training in 2025? We're coming to the end of 2024 here, and that's a question a lot of people are asking. How should I budget for it? And there's two pieces of advice I can give you for how you want to think about this. The first way is think about it in terms of how it comes out of staffing budget. Maybe you don't call it staffing, maybe you call it employee satisfaction or retention. But the idea is that companies or employees want to work at companies where they're constantly learning, they're growing, their leaders are investing in them, they're learning new skills. And so security training often is thought of as this box you have to check in order to meet some sort of compliance regulatory requirement or whatever, but instead think of it as, how do we do this in a way that makes our people better and makes them happier? And so thinking about it in terms of that retention or employee satisfaction, that's a great way to think about where you can get budget for training. And it also helps you think differently about what the training should be, right? Because if you're wanting it to be enjoyable, that is what's going to make it something that retains employees. So the first way is thinking about it out of your retention budgets. The second way is to think about it compared to what most companies do and try to make the training budget be as close to zero as possible. So what happens when you have no investment in training? That just means that you're going to wind up repackaging, recycling, repurposing the same old stale content that people don't want to interact with anyway. So what does that mean? That means that your people aren't getting any better. They're not advancing. But the attackers are advancing. So that means that you're spending money, you're actually wasting money because you're spending money in ways that aren't actually making people any better. It's not actually dealing with emerging threats because the threats are changing. And so you can think about it in that lens, is that it's actually a way to keep making progress, and not investing in it properly is actually wasting money because you're not making progress. So hopefully one of those two ways helps you think differently about how you can pursue getting training budget for 2025. Hope this helps.